it looks so beautiful.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 TV shows everyone should watch at least once.
Did anybody see that?
No, you have to run, remember? Those are the rules.
For this list, we'll be looking at beloved and critically acclaimed shows that make for must-watch TV. What's your all-time favorite TV show? Let us know in the comments.
If you like what you're hearing, be sure to check out the full song at the link below.
Number 10, The Office.
All right, my turn. My turn.
This mockumentary remains incredibly popular, and for good reason. It's both very funny and very comforting.
Knock it off. Okay, I'm interviewing you.
No, you said that I'd be conducting the interview when I walked in here. Now, exactly how much pot did you smoke?
Set in the office of a Pennsylvania paper company, The Office became enormously successful thanks to its sharp writing, relatable setting, and brilliant performances, particularly that of Steve Carell as the bumbling, offensive, but ultimately well-meaning Michael Scott.
Here we go. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Buddha.
Buddha who?
Buddha the spread for me, won't you?
Great.
Unlike the more abrasive UK original, this American remake makes for a relatively warm and cheerful watch. Watching each episode is like revisiting a family. Various shows of this mockumentary style popped up throughout the late 2000s and early 2010s, but none were as good as The Office.
I can't stop this investigation. It is my job.
Whoa, you are a volunteer.
I volunteered for this job.
And that's not the same.
It is my duty.
Volunteer duty.
To investigate the crime scene.
Number 9, The Leftovers. Many fans and critics compare The Leftovers to Lost, both for the involvement of showrunner Damon Lindelof and for the unique mystery at the heart of the story. The Leftovers doesn't concern a magic island, but the random disappearance of 2% of the world's population.
You've lost someone, yes? Someone's.
Unlike Lost, the mystery of The Leftovers isn't really the point. It's merely a vehicle to explore the characters and the themes.
Have you been noticing that I've been, kind of losing my mind?
What?
The show never really took off owing to a somewhat rickety first season, but the second and third seasons were so beautiful and well made that critics began regarding The Leftovers as one of the greatest shows ever made. It only lasts 28 episodes, so there's no good excuse for ignoring it.
Where's my book?
I threw it overboard.
Oh. It was just getting good.
Number 8, Lost.
Did anybody see that?
Yeah.
Regardless of its infamous ending, Lost is required TV viewing. Following survivors of a plane crash on a mysterious island, it managed to keep viewers guessing throughout its 6-season run. Unfortunately, something is lost, while streaming the show today. A huge part of the allure was going online and discussing the endless theories and studiously analyzing every last pixel of a given screenshot. But even without the real-time excitement of online discussions, Lost makes for stellar viewing thanks to its standout cast and character writing, cinematic production values, and of course, the sense of adventure at its heart. Lost may have infamously fumbled the landing, but there's still nothing else like it on TV. When Lost is on top of its game, it's spectacular.
I don't know where I am, but
I'll find you, Des.
I promise.
No matter what.
I'll come back to you.
I won't give up.
I promise.
I promise. I love you.
Number 7, The Simpsons. The Simpsons is so great and so institutionalized in the pop culture consciousness that it cannot possibly be ignored.
Smithers, I'm beginning to think that Homer Simpson was not the brilliant tactician I thought he was.
It may be the most important and influential TV show of all time, especially regarding the explosion of animated sitcoms that followed, and its lovable cast of characters have become iconic.
Speaking of life going on, Grandpa is still with us, feisty as ever. Maggie is walking by herself. Lisa got straight A's. And Bart, well, we love Bart.
Bart has been included on the Time 100 list, and The Simpsons have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Add in the wider cast of Springfield and some of the smartest and funniest writing on TV, and you have the greatest animated sitcom ever made.
They're very slowly getting away.
They're heading for the old mill.
No, we're not.
Well, let's go to the old mill anyway. Get some cider.
Number 6. Avatar: The Last Airbender. The great thing about Nickelodeon's Avatar is that anyone can enjoy it. Yes, it aired on Nickelodeon and was made primarily for children, but it contains so many great themes, characters, and stories that adults can enjoy it as well.
They will call me Zhao the Conqueror, Zhao the Moon Slayer, Zhao the Invincible. Get it off! Get it off!
While each episode typically portrays a self-contained story of its own, there's also an overarching plot that sees Avatar Aang learning to control the elements so he can defeat the Fire Nation. Aside from the remarkable storytelling, the show is also rife with humor and fantastic production values, which includes gorgeous animation and epic music. Number 5. The Wire. This expansive crime drama was created and primarily written by David Simon, who worked at the Baltimore Sun for 13 years. He spent most of that time covering crime, and it's there that he learned the inner workings of a typical American city. He used his knowledge to write The Wire.
Miss Snapoogie always stole the money. Why'd you let him play? Got to. This America, man.
Unlike most crime dramas, The Wire isn't really concerned with telling an exciting story, although it does certainly do that. Rather, it's more interested in exploring how disparate parts of a city, like the police force, politics, streets, schools, and media, come together to form a whole.
Unbelievable.
The show has garnered immense acclaim for its realism and literary ambitions, and watching it at least once is an absolute must.
The hell with Norris. You my real partner, Lester. My life partner.
Don't tease, bitch.
Number 4. Twin Peaks. Most things from David Lynch are worth experiencing, even if they leave you feeling confused and kind of icky.
The owls are not what they seem.
Following a string of classics like Eraserhead, The Elephant Man, and Blue Velvet, Lynch turned to television and released Twin Peaks through ABC. It was unlike anything seen on TV at the time, and it's still unlike anything seen on TV.
Are you Laura Palmer?
Yeah, feeling quiet. No, we're some stars.
Like most of Lynch's work, Twin Peaks is bizarre and nightmarishly surreal, and while it begins as an offbeat detective story about a recently murdered teenager, it soon spirals into outright insanity. It's hard to define Twin Peaks because Twin Peaks can't really be compared to anything. It's Twin Peaks, and that's what makes it so memorable. Number 3. Game of Thrones. Based on George R.R. Martin's fantasy series, A Song of Ice and Fire, Game of Thrones changed television forever. Chronicling a war for control of the fictional Seven Kingdoms, the show was filled with fantastic storytelling, rich world building, and a stellar cast of unforgettable characters. It also featured unbelievable production values. Game of Thrones effectively bridged the divide between television and film with its sets, visual effects, and epic scope. And sequences like Hardhome and the Battle of the Bastards will remain firmly ingrained in our collective pop culture consciousness. At a time when streaming was fragmenting TV, Game of Thrones got everyone talking and tuning in week after week. Number 2. The Sopranos. Most of the dramas mentioned on this list wouldn't have been made if it wasn't for The Sopranos. On the surface, this show details the criminal and personal lives of a specific Italian-American mob family, particularly that of its leader, Tony Soprano.
I'm sorry, Tony.
I bet you are.
But while the mob stuff is obviously great, The Sopranos was always more interested in exploring more mundane yet universal themes around psychology, generational divides, and family.
Is this shoulder-ish?
Like a great American novel, it tells one specific story while also touching on a wide range of concepts relating back to the human condition. It also helps that the show is very funny, and it could even be considered a workplace comedy of sorts.
There are millions of dollars at stake.
Again with the money?
Yeah, again with the money.
It has a little bit of everything, and it does everything masterfully. Before we unveil our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions. 6 Feet Under, a gorgeous show about death with a fantastic series finale.
Okay, let's go.
Jesus, don't you feel anything?
Yeah, I feel betrayed.
Rick and Morty, an inventive, hilarious, and smart animated sitcom from Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon.
This was insane! That was pure luck! I was not in control of that situation at all!
I Love Lucy, perhaps the most influential sitcom in television history. Stranger Things, a wonderful throwback to 80s sci-fi.
Hey guys, do you see the...
Band of Brothers, arguably the greatest miniseries ever made. Number 1, Breaking Bad. No other TV show has ever matched the sheer intensity of Breaking Bad.
I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
Like a great crime novel, Breaking Bad is a true page-turner, or at least the TV equivalent, thanks to absolutely relentless cliffhangers. Telling the story of a high school chemistry teacher with terminal cancer who starts producing meth to provide for his family, Breaking Bad is a tale of intrigue and suspense.
You might want to hold off.
Yeah? Why?
Because your boss is gonna need me.
Its ambitious narrative succeeds thanks to stellar character development, award-winning acting, gorgeous and inventive cinematography, a unique setting in Albuquerque, and some gut-busting humor.
What are we building? You said it yourself.
It also led to the magnificent spin-off Better Call Saul.
I'm gonna behave like an honest-to-God, law-abiding, licensed attorney. Because clearly you need one with whatever the hell is going on here.
Every aspect of its production is masterful, and it can be regarded as the prime example of how a television show should be made.
Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments. And hey, if you're a fan of the song playing right now, be sure to check out the music video for it right here.